soon. Couple of minutes, you just got to listen to my crap. I get a lot of questions on if you're taking the Series 6, this SIE, the 63, the 7, 66, 65, whatever you want to take, whatever you're taking, this channel will be the best resource for you to use. Now, the question I get all the time in these lives, and I'm trying to save some time so people don't have to hear the same thing over and over again. I love your questions, but this will help you. Is I'm taking the test tomorrow, next week, whatever. What do I do? I answer this all the time. Totally cool. We're good. But let's get into this a little bit. Now, if you're taking it tomorrow, get off. I love your views. Just get off. I don't need them that bad. I'd rather you get some sleep. Go watch my quick and dirty on the video on the quick and dirty, and go from there. Get some sleep, get up, take this thing like a bad bitch, take it like a savage. Don't look back, beat the crap out of it. You have the confidence to beat this thing. Okay. Now, if you're taking it after tomorrow, say you're taking it in 2 days, no testing tomorrow. If you really need to, and your boss makes you, then do short quizzes, nothing big, nothing that's going to rattle your brains. Just maybe shake the cobwebs off. Tomorrow should be if you're taking it, anytime after tomorrow, the day before should always be adding knowledge. Watch videos, read chapters you're weak on, do little tiny quizzes, but you should be adding knowledge and done right around dinner time. Maybe if you're taking in the afternoon, maybe a little later, but really tomorrow's not a tax your brain stuff. It's really add stuff, go over acronyms. I have videos that cover last minute stuff, all that stuff. And now let's say you're taking it beyond 2 days from now. You want to take a final every morning, or try to match it to the time you're taking it on the test, right? Take a final every day, and then anything you score, review it in detail, wrong and right answers. You got to learn from the right ones. Make sure you got them right for the right reason and wrong for the wrong reason. Could be dumb mistakes, right? Or just lack of knowledge. Go back and then review it. Anything under 75 or under 70, you want to reread or watch a video on, and rinse, repeat. Don't tax yourself too much. Don't go crazy. Look, I'm not a fan of more than one test a day, but some firms require 2 or 3 a day. You got to do what you got to do. Okay. It's not going to hurt you. Just remember, the third test of the day will almost always be a lot worse than your first 2. I mean, your second one will drop. Third one, I mean, after 400 questions, 500 questions, you can't be at the same place. So don't stress yourself over that. Just the last one, kind of mail it in. But most of the time is getting used to just reviewing everything. Also, start getting a good night's sleep right away. You want to get in the habit. You don't want to be up till midnight every night, and then 3 days before the test start changing your pattern. No, I do that. If I'm up at 3 o'clock one night and I sleep late the next day to like 8 or so, or 9, because I'm old, I don't sleep late. I screw, and then I'm up till 3 o'clock every night. And even if I try to go to bed early, I'm staring at the ceiling. I got to put an audiobook on, or I can't go to sleep. So start your pattern early. Now, remember, the night before should be relaxing. Go out to dinner. Do whatever you have to do to relax, whatever floats your boat. If it means being strapped up and whipped, I don't care. Whatever works for you, works. Okay. Those are the 2 things. That's what the most common question I get is, what do I do if I'm taking the test? So hopefully this solves it so I can work on other stuff. Okay. Now, remember something. I'm here to help you. Ask questions on anything. I have a couple of things I have, right? So I have the Facebook groups, Series 65, 66 exam group, super supportive for those exams. Then I run, I'm a moderator on the one, but on this one, I run along with Michael Weiss, who's a great tutor, by the way, Series 7 exam, tutor.com, and I'm series7exam.org. I just messed them up. I'm very expensive. He's about half the cost, but he's really good. If you go to the Facebook group, super supportive community, unbelievably supportive community. It's unbelievable. There's about almost 4,500, 5,000 people in there. A lot of supportive people. It's called FINRA Exam Prep with help from Advantage Tutoring. The most supportive group they have a chat room going. They start study groups, which are magic, all that stuff. Anyway, come on. You know what? Enough of this. Ken, let's get on. Hey, everyone. I love that. Welcome. Hope that wasn't too long, but it was very informative, I think. Ryan, how are you? The whole goal here is I just want to make sure that everyone gets all that stuff out of the way. Claudia, how are you? I was here the whole time behind the screen, making the puppets, make that person talk, whoever it was. I should try to get a famous person to do that for me. Okay. Guys, I love having you. I love doing this. It's my favorite night of the week. Tuesdays and Thursdays. I love it. Anika, how are you doing? Hope everyone's doing well. I got that out of the way. So now you know why I did that? Because whenever I do this, I get distracted. Now I can go right into the questions. Okay. Lisa Lou, I remember your scores are doing well. I saw that on Facebook. Tim, how are we doing? So I know you're not going to ask me what to do because I just told you what to do. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Emily, I will try to get to it. Absolutely. Ryan, we got this. Don't worry about it. Hone, oh, Joni, right? Oh, we got this. That's right. How we doing? Hope you're doing well, Joni. I think it's Joni, right? I don't know. I think I'm saying it right. Emily, I will try to get your question now. Let's see what we do. Okay. I think somebody else has emailed me a question too. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Okay. Somebody did a thing. I'm stuck on the Tiara. I am so sorry. How close did you get? We weren't sure. You were. I know, but you got the SIE out of the way. Okay. Yeah, man. Emily, Kaplan is hard. I agree. Okay. Let me get on this. Okay. So let's try to do this question. I don't know if I can. I don't know if it's going to get too small. If you're on your phone, you might not be able to read it. Okay. Your firm has just assigned you a new client wanting to do the best job you can. You review the current holdings of the client. Included are the following mutual fund accounts: 50 grand Class B, 25 grand Class A, 15 grand in Class A. Okay. Now, STU and TUV offer right to accumulation and breakpoints at 25.50. If the client wishes to invest 20 grand into Class A of the STU Technology Fund, okay, the STU Technology Fund, the sales charge will be based on, okay. So let's go through this. So Emily, so we're working through this, right? So here's the thing. So they already have 25 grand in the Class A, right? Good. We're going into 25 grand. Class B doesn't count to our breakpoints. We throw that away, right? Okay. So now, okay. Now, I see why you would have said the 100,000 breakpoint, but so we don't count anything in the TUV fund. We throw that out. Okay. Now, I always thought maybe whatever you put in, but I guess they're not going to count B shares towards your breakpoint. So if you have 25 grand in Class A already, and then you add another 20 grand to it, you're at 45,000. You're just under the 50. So you would only get the $25,000 breakpoint. Remember, it's when you go past that number. Now, what's good thing is if that person has 45 grand in there and they earn around 10 or 11% on their money in a year or so, any new money going in there would maybe push them over the 50. So then the new money would get the 50,000 breakpoint. Okay. So the point is they don't have 50 in there. They have 45. Okay. 25 plus 20. So they're under the 50. You don't count the B shares and you don't count the TUV because it's a different family of funds. Remember, it's in the same family of funds. So if you're not over the 50, you only get the 25,000. But again, if you don't tell them, hey, if you put another 5 grand in, you could get a breakpoint. That you could be accused of doing breakpoint sales. Breakpoint sales are when you put something in under, okay? When you put something in under the breakpoint and you don't tell the person. Okay, boom. Hope that helps. Okay. Marcella, absolutely. Yes. Okay. Emily, do you get what I was saying? Boom. I love it. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes you just need to, okay. So Audrey, you should know my thing. What do I say about greeting? Okay, hold on. Let me catch up. Well, guys, what did you think of that thing that I just did for 4 minutes ahead of time? This way I get it out of the way. I don't get distracted. I don't spend 15 minutes doing it, and I can just roll right into this. Okay, so Tim, what do I tell everyone? Get the fuck off my live. I love having you here, but get off. Go get some sleep. Go get some sleep. Go relax. Go watch a movie. Go watch Barbie or something. My family just went to see Barbie. I will not see that. Okay. Good, Marcella. That's awesome. I didn't see it. I saw your after one. That is awesome. I love that. That's awesome. 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 I love that shit. Awesome. Okay. Anir, how are you? And here's what I don't care what's on it because we know what's on it. Were there any surprises? That's what I ask everyone. Was there anything on there that just like shook your boots kind of thing? Okay. So Emily, we're good to go. Joni, we're gonna nail this. Then you're done, right? After that, you're done with everything, right? I love it. Jake, boom, awesome. Money about underwriting. I have videos on that. So yeah, thank you, Tim. Thank you. I'd love to have your view, but get the fuck off here. Okay. Go, Dylan. Go watch my cheat sheet. Go watch my 63 cheat sheet and the 63 quick and dirty. That's literally all the tips for the 63. The 63. Oh, got it. Life and health. Okay. Look, Dylan, go check out my 63 quick and dirty and the cheat sheet. Boom. Okay. Some of the new stuff, but it's not heavy. I have a couple of videos on that stuff, but it's there. So yeah, go find Dylan. Go anyone taking the 66. What you should be reading, watching ahead of time, is my 63 quick and dirty, which covers the regs portion, and then my 66 quick and dirty, which covers the other shit. Okay, you put them together. That's the whole 66. Technically, it helps for the 65 also because it's all the same stuff. I mean, literally, the 65 covers everything on the 66 plus a little bit more. Muni bond underwriting, not a lot of tips on that. I do have a video that will help you on that. But let's talk about it. If you're talking about the oh my god, it's I see the picture, but I can't say the words. Total takedown, shit like that. I have a video on that. If you look in my MSRB video playlist, JJ, how are you? Any news? If you look in my MSRB playlist, I have a video in there called Muni Bond Underwriting. It's just about the total takedown and shit. It explains it, I think, better than the books do. A couple of things. So when we first issue a muni bond, right, if it's a GO, it's going to be firm commitment most likely, which means it's a principal transaction. And usually they do it as a competitive offering where the muni bond issues a notice of sale that announces a deal. All the syndicate members bid on it. Okay. Oh, you mentioned don't worry about the penny shit. Don't worry about that penny part. Okay. Because they just go crazy on that. Now, I'm talking to any or not you. See, I look up there all the time. So it's my chaotic shit. Okay. Now, right, exactly. Boom. So this way I don't have to wait too much. Okay. Now, they do the notice of sale that announces the deal. All the different syndicates bid on the issuer. The underwriter, meaning not the underwriter, the issuer chooses the one that's the lowest cost of the issuer, and usually firm commitment. Usually, firm commitment means that it's going to be competitive, and competitive and firm commitment kind of go together. Firm commitment means that the underwriter is guaranteeing sale, which means they're pretty much buying the bonds and then selling them to the public. Okay, that's right. You always need a day. It's all right. Your score, JJ, your scores are great. Okay, awesome, especially on Kappa. Now, the other part I was going to say was once they announce, and then during the deal, then they announce it. And if it's a competitive, they make a bid. You take the lowest one, the lowest cost to the issuer, and then they choose it. And then basically that underwriting group buys the bonds from the issuer and sells them to the public, all that crap. It also could be what they call best efforts. That's usually for a revenue bond. Okay. So it's a revenue bond. Okay. A revenue bond is normally going to be like more negotiated where the issuer knows who they're going to use. And it's done on a best efforts basis. We're going to sell as many as we can. And whenever we don't sell, we give back. Probably would. So under a best efforts, the underwriter is not taking on any liability at all. Okay. Now, if you're stuck in the 70s and you're taking it next Friday, you're actually in okay shape, especially if it's Kaplan, if it's like 80 banker or shit, no, you're in trouble. But if STC, you're probably fine. If you're like doing 70, 69 on Kaplan, you're probably still okay. I don't want that. I want it into the high 70s. But STC, you should be if you're there, as long as you go over the answers and see why you get it wrong. Maybe spend 2-3 days. Maybe just spend 2-3 days reading your lowest sections. Like make sure remember options and margin will pull your score down on the vendors, but it'll actually pull your score up on the test. Okay. Tiara. So what are you going to do? So as long as So Ryan, you're fine with Kaplan. So Tiara, listen, we got it. Okay. You're going to take it again. I know we met today just one last time as a blitz and we thought it would work again, but you were going to be close anyway, and you know that. So what you have to do right now is just spend the next week, just take a day off, take 2 days off. Don't worry about it. Just spend if you have another chance, I think you do. Just read the book. Just spend reading the book. And if whatever book you have, reach out to me. And if I have a better book for you, I'll send it to you. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay, so don't sweat this shit. Remember, once you pass, nobody cares that you failed. Yes, Emily, I agree. Renee, that's okay. Got it. Janae, that makes it easy. Got it, Janae. That works. That's easy. I'm going to call you Joni, but I'll remember Janae at one point. Yeah, I agree. Kaplan goes too deep. Okay. Marcella, probably 3 to 4 weeks. So, so 7, depending on how much you have to study, 3 to 4 to 5 weeks is probably the answer. Okay. Okay, Tiara, we're gonna get you. Don't worry. Just take the day off and just read. I see you're 16 points away. Just take the day off. Take it 2 days off, and then just start reading. Okay. So okay. That's right. Look. If you're in the mastery exam is so hard. It's Emily, I agree. If you miss the exam, go back and read. You'll pick up so many things that you missed. And now knowing what it looks like, it'll be easier to read. Yeah, I think you should be, Carly, you should be fine. The mastery exam isn't butt kicker. I know people that get a 62 and still pass. So you still have a little bit of time to take it, right? We're gonna nail this thing. We got this. We got this. We got this. Okay, you got 3 days to nail it. So just start working on the weaker sections. Make sure you nailed on the options. Make sure, remember what I said? Make sure you read customer accounts the night before or the morning before. Boom. Okay. Okay, JJ, don't sweat the options. Watch my orders. Just here's the thing. A lot of people on the vendors are like, I don't understand orders. And then when I work with them, they get it because the vendors don't just ask about orders. They ask you like 4 other things and then they ask you about orders. So you don't really know if you're good at them or not. So remember the slobs over bliss. Just remember, well, we'll get into it. Okay. Okay. Anika, I have a cheat sheet for this. Okay. I literally have a cheat sheet for this. Hold on. I know I have a cheat sheet called the 63 cheat sheet, which I talk about the differences. And it's good. I have a chart. It's fucking awesome. Tammy, we got news, right? You got to talk about it. Okay. Now, remember, broker-dealer is a firm that executes transactions. They execute. They're broker-dealers. IA gives advice. They don't execute. Remember that. So if you're an IA, you give advice and charge for the advice. If you want to, Jane, I agree. I think the cheat sheet's awesome. Anika, go find my 63 cheat sheet. I promise you. But remember, broker-dealer is executes. IA gives advice. They are not the same. IAs actually cannot execute transactions. Remember that. They have to give the order to a broker-dealer. Okay. Okay, Chelsea, I have a video on that, but it's real easy. Take whatever the yield is, okay? Remember, if it's what I'm going to tell you now, you either multiply if it's a corporate or divide if it's a muni. That's the rule. If it's a muni, you divide. If it's a corporate, you multiply. Okay. Now, Cindy, how are you? Now, Buddy's mom? Okay. So now, let's go into this. So if I give you the muni, you're going to do 100 minus a tax bracket, and you're going to divide the coupon by 100 minus a tax bracket. So if it's a muni, yeah, I'm telling you, it'll help. Muni, you divide. Corporate, you multiply. So if it's a corporate bond, it's the corporate bond you multiply. So if you have the corporate bond and you want to find the tax-free yield, you go the coupon times 100 minus the tax bracket. Okay. If it's a muni, you're going to do the muni divided by 100 minus the tax bracket. I have it. If you look in the bond math playlist, it's there. Okay. Claudia, go refer to the beginning of my playlist. Go watch. That's why I did this. I spent 5 minutes doing the whole thing on what to do leading up to it. You're good. You're perfect example. Go back to the beginning of this video and watch the first 4 minutes. It'll help you. I promise you. And your scores are solid for the test on the 5th. Okay. Okay. Currently pick us. I'm trusting you too. And but past perfect gives you way too much stuff. If you listen, I love Achievable. Why don't you do this? Spend $50 and buy the Kaplan Cubic. And if you want to save a little money, go reach out to Michael Weiss on Facebook. He has a discount. Actually, I'm going to his Reddit. He has a discount link that you can get like 10% off or 3,000% off. Who the fuck knows? Okay. So you get 10% off. Okay. It's a good link, and this you have to sign up anyway. So you'd have to sign up to buy it anyway. So just buy it. And I think, if I remember right, if you use his portal, then then I think you can actually reach out to him. And if he works with you, he can see your scores and stuff. Okay. Yeah, so I would say go by the Kaplan Q Bank to test yourself. I love Achievable. They teach it better than anyone else. But if you're not sure, go do the Kaplan stuff and see how you do in them. But don't do finals. Whenever you switch a vendor, whenever you try a new vendor, don't do their finals right away. It's like why would you do that? Do chapter or unit quizzes first until you feel comfortable, then move on. Okay. So Emily, you feel better about this. Okay. Yes, Marcella, yes. Just like the SAE, do the Achievable and then get the only reason I say Cap and QBank is because SEC doesn't sell like QBank. I'm trying to get them to do it, but they won't. So you do Achievable to learn and then Kaplan and Achievable to challenge yourself. Kaplan's hard, Chelsea. Kaplan's freaking hard. Do unit, Chelsea. Stop doing finals with Kaplan. Do unit exams until you have better scores. Then go back to start doing finals. Okay. Hold on. I want to talk for 1 second. I want to get to Tammy so she can go get some sleep. Where is she? Where are you? Boom. Hold on. By the way, Tammy beat the crap out of the test. She beat it, which is awesome. I wanted to get to her so she can actually get off here and go to sleep. Boom. Okay. Awesome. I'm so happy for you. When I saw that post, you were worried about it. When I saw that post on Facebook, I was so happy for you. Okay. Okay, hold on. I had it with the air on. Hopefully, if it gets too loud, let me know. 66 done. Are you done now? Tammy, are you totally done? Everything done? Nothing else? Okay. Okay, so here we do. Tammy, you don't know how happy I am for you that how great is it you can have a Tammy girl summer, right? Fun girl summer, whatever. That's awesome. Okay. Now, you get to enjoy a whole month of not having to do anything. Oh, it's life and health, do that whenever. That's easy pretty much compared to the shit you just went through. Okay. Okay. Now, by the way, munis don't pay dividends, right? Okay. Remember, so Audra, common stock and preferred pays dividends, bonds pay interest. Stocks and preferred and common pay dividends, which may be qualified. That means you pay a lower tax bracket on them once you've held it for more than 60 days, more before and after the X day. But interest is normally taxable. But a muni, the interest is tax-free. Now, if you buy and sell the muni if you sell the muni for more than you paid for it, that's capital gains and that is taxable. Always remember, capital gains is always taxable. So, muni interest is tax-free. Now let's get into the accretion. So accretion, and I have videos on it, so I'm not going to do the math on it. Accretion means you buy it at a discount and you take a little bit of the discount and add it to your cost basis every year. So remember this, Audra. OID, you must accrete. So it doesn't matter what kind of bond it is. OID, you must accrete. What the hell is OID? OID is a zero coupon bond. OID, you must accrete. So a zero coupon bond, you must accrete. Okay? A zero coupon bond, you must accrete. Now, the thing is, on a muni, that's interest, so you don't have to pay taxes on it. But if it's a corporate or treasury, you do, because those things are taxable. Now, on the premium side, only munis have to amortize. That's it. Corporates and treasuries do not have to. So it's easier to remember. Two things. OID, you must accrete. Muni premiums, you have to amortize. That's it. Awesome. I do. I think Kaplan goes a little too deep on this stuff. Okay. Tim, you better be off here. Some of the new stuff, I started doing updates on that. You might have a question on a SPAC or the protection of old people or some crypto, which I've all done videos on. That should help. Okay, nothing crazy. There, you might get 1 or 2 questions on it. There you go. Tammy's giving some help here. JJ, take 1 day. If you took today off, then you got to go back tomorrow. You can't take more than a day off. Okay, Marcella. Yeah, start Monday. Give yourself a month. If you can do less, okay? No, rich people buy munis, poor people buy corporates. Look at that. You're hearing all that shit. That's what my gorilla video is. The tips and tricks gorilla style video. It's all the stupid sayings I say all into one video. Okay, go watch it. That's the goal. You know why? That's why I yell into the screen all the time. So this way it sticks and you hear it when you're taking the test. Yeah, Marcella, I think if you start Monday, just take the week off, enjoy the weekend, start Monday, spend the first, that's funny, take the first 2 weeks to just read. Just read the book once, twice, whatever it is. Read it for 7 to 10 days and just get this stuff in your head. Don't try to take notes or highlight, just read. And then start taking chapter quizzes and then full exams. You 3 weeks to a month is probably right. Okay. So here's the thing. Remember, for corporates are always an eighth. So as one of my friends, Tommy Turner, said, he always makes, I have to give him credit. He always remembered as corporations. That's how he remembered that was eighths. Corporations. So, okay. Oh, there you go, Audrey. That's awesome. Audra. So if you see, now remember, guys, you will never see a corporate immunity as a fraction, as a like a decimal. Like if you see 98.25, that's not 98 and a quarter. Okay. Everyone listen to Tammy. She's posting. She took the 66. Anyone taking the 65 or 66, read her comments. Now, corporates are always in corporates and munis are an eighths. So if you see 32 and an eighth, that's an eighth. That's a corporate or a muni. It cannot be a treasury. The way you know that it's a treasury is that it's a decimal or a dash. So if you see 98.25, that is not 98 and a quarter. That's 98 and 25, 30 seconds. I don't know why they do. Actually, I do know why they do it, because they're very active. Okay. So 98.25 is 25 divided by 32. That's 0.78. You add the 98 to it. So it's 98.78. That's the way you do that. Okay. So again, if you see a decimal or a dash, 98-25, 98.25, same thing. It's 98 and 25, 30 seconds. So if you see 98.04, that's 98 and 4 seconds. 4 divided by 32 is whatever the hell that is. It's an eighth, which is 0.125. So it's 98.125. Okay. Now, here's the one thing that you got to make sure you get. Fractions. There's only 7 fractions you can do. An eighth, a quarter. So now remember, 2/8. You got to remember. You got to. What do they call it? Reduce. So it's not 2/8. It's a quarter. 1/8, a quarter. 3/8, a half. 5/8, 3/4. 7/8, full. Though, if you see any of those, an eighth, a quarter, 3/8, a half, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, or full. Those are corporates or munis only. Okay, but you will never see. How about this one? The eighths are always odd numbers. That's what I had to do with someone. So you will never see 2/8. You will never see 4/8, 6/8. Oh, the eighths are always odd. If you see an even number like 2/8 or 4/8 or 6/8, you got to reduce it down to either to a quarter, a half, or 3/4. Okay. I agree. Okay, thank you. That's good. Okay. JJ, we got this. Okay. Okay. See, look, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, there's no math on this test. There's hardly any math on this damn test. Okay. Okay, so let's see what she said. Wait. So is this one question? So, okay, let's start with this one. Jane Doe. What happens? Okay. Ryan, go. Boom. Boom. I love it. You're going to nail this thing. I know you're going to be fine. You're going to rock this. All right. You're going to rock. Ryan, we got this. Okay. Hopefully, you taking it Monday, or are you taking it not that soon? If not, I'll see you Tuesday night. Enjoy the weekend. Okay. Okay. You managed 135 million in funds for New Jersey-based clients. As a result of this, you registered. Now, there is a, okay, got it. There is an exemption where if you can register in one state, but let's go with got it. Okay. So I got 2 more shots with you. So, 135 million in funds, so you got to be registered with the SEC. That's the only place. Now, doesn't matter how many states they're in. It's if they are registered under the Active 40 with the SEC, and they would notice file in any state. Okay, right, and then they would notice file in any state that they do business in. Any state that they have either an office or more than 5 retail clients, they would have to register. And that's so. So if I'm an SEC covered advisor, federal covered advisor, I don't register in any state. I'm going to have to notice file anywhere I have a place of business or more than 5 clients. Not 5. 5 is okay. So it's 6 or more than 5 clients. I have to register. Okay. 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 So, Tammy, I love it. Thank you so much. Everyone. Oh, good. I love that, Tammy. If you would do that on Sunday night and answer questions and give us some feedback, they would love it. Okay. Boom. That is awesome. Thank you, Tammy, so much. Hold on. I got a new person coming on. Boom. Yeah. John, read the damn book. I prefer STC for 24, but I would say maybe get the Kaplan Q Bank for that. Oh, listen to me. For the 24, it's either STC or Kaplan, no one else. Don't do past perfect. They make you do math. It's either STC or Kaplan for that. Make sure you read. And as everyone I know who's taken it, I've been teaching them, they literally say it's scenarios where your register up screws up. How do you handle it? How do you do it? And this, no math on the test. And net cap is so minor on the exam. Don't worry about it. The books love to ask a million questions on it, but it's basically just, are you, what kind of BD you are? They're not going to go into the math on it. Okay. Yeah, but sure, remember, no, if you see a fraction, it's an 8, it's a corporate or mini. If you see a decimal, it's always a treasure. Okay. Okay, Virginia, I'll get to you. Hold on. I am 15 minutes behind, I think. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. So here's my thing on this. If it's at a broker dealer, okay. If it's an advisory, it's not 3 years, it's 5 years. Okay. Okay. Yes, KG3, absolutely. STC or Kaplan. If you want to learn, do Achievable and then by the Kaplan questions. But STC is really good. But Kaplan, STC and Kaplan right now are the tried and true ones, the ones that your firms will pay for. But I like Achievable for the 63 also. Okay. So now, if one firm takes over another, yeah, they have to make it. So that sounds like a Kaplan question, Jane. An advisor files an ADV independent business is closing is acquired by another federal covered advisor. There could be some loophole with ADVW, but bottom line is silver and gold. If you take over an advisor, you have to get permission from all the new clients to continue to do business. But if you do get permission, you can ride out. They can just cancel the ADVW in reality. You can ride out the registration of the LTFS. Again, this is like them trying to throw some curves in that they're not going to do that. That's just some vendors trying to screw with you. Okay. Now, I have to think LTSFI is gone. They got taken over. They're not there anymore. If it says it's got to be get permission. Where's B? I don't know what B is, Jane Doe, but this is something they're not going to ask you. I mean, because they're going to ask you about whether you have to do yeah, Bianca, don't worry about them too much. Okay. So if one advisor takes over another advisor, you can ride on their registration through the end of the year. You have to notify, you have to get permission from all your new clients to keep doing business or they're getting assigned. Okay. I would think you have to keep the records for 5 years, but 3 years after termination. So I think that maybe they're trying to trick you with that because maybe LTSFI has to keep records for 3 years after termination. But again, it's a new firm. Lynn took them over. Silver and Gold took them over. Gold and Silver took them over. So I think B is missing, but it's just saying one firm took over another. What do you have to do? You have to get permission. You have to get permission to go forward. And you have to, okay, got it. Jane, was this on Kaplan or Past Perfect or something? Because it's kind of a confusing question, but okay. Nah, not really. I don't have the brain to Google. I'm an idiot. My problem with the 3 years is that it goes against the whole IA part, but it could be because they terminated. Between C and D, I don't know the answers because here's the thing: A is wrong because you need permission. Yeah, I would, Jane. That's the thing. They go deep. They're going into the legalese a little bit. There's no way that question's on the exam, not as a real one. But again, I just told you what you need to know. Firm takes over another. You can carry the registration for the end of the year, and you need permission to do business. The broker dealer, you don't need permission, but as an IA, you need permission because you've assigned the clients. That's why I don't like A because it doesn't say. Yeah, I guess so because it's 3 years. Because it's 3 years after termination, but they're gone. It's kind of that's the reason. Is because you have to keep records after an IA closes or a broker dealer. You have to keep the records for 3 years. But you see, even I screw up on this shit. Okay, with Kappa. Okay, so now I'm going back to this. There's no 16ths. Okay, so don't worry about 16ths. It's an eighth. I just told you what they were. What they're saying is pennies is stocks trade in pennies. When you buy a stock, you buy it at $42.18 or $42.20. That's what they're trying to tell you, that it doesn't trade in pennies. When I first started, stocks were in eighths. And then by the end, they went down to pennies. So everything's about a penny apart. That's what I'm saying. So 42.82, 42.83, that's common stock and preferreds, not bonds. Corporate bonds are eighths, community bonds are eighths, treasuries are 30 seconds. Okay. You will never get a 16th. That's not a fraction that we use. Okay. Okay, don't sweat options too much. Here's the thing, did you watch my options for the SIE? If you understand the basics, you're good. Everyone freaks because the vendors, their option questions are so hard that you may understand the options, but you can't follow what their reasoning is, and you get screwed up. And orders, I have a video on that. Don't sweat the orders too much. Seriously, I get that every week. I'm not going to do it again because I've answered it probably every live in the world, and I have a video on that. Don't sweat the orders too much. You're going to get a couple. Remember, stops protect, limits don't. Remember, slobs over sell limits and buy stops are above. Buy limits and sell stops are below. So if you see buy below, it has to be a buy limit. If you see a sell below the market, it has to be a sell stop. Okay. Sure. I can't send them for anything really, but okay, hold on. Karen, what you do is when the first time you pass like 2 exams in a row, then you book it for about a week to 10 days from then. That's what you do. Once you pass, and again, if they're pressuring you, just push back. But once you pass like your second exam in a row, 72, 73, whatever, then you schedule it about 10 days later. Somebody just said they passed. Hold on. Oscar, Pablo Escobar, congratulations. Awesome. Boom. I love that. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, that's awesome. I'm happy they helped. But remember, I tell everyone, yeah, I helped a little bit, but you did the work. The 66 is a hard asset. It's a big deal. Are you done now? You get to enjoy your summer a little bit? Slobs over bliss, baby. Right, exactly. Sell limits and buy stops over buy limits and sell stops. Okay. Hold on. So, Anir, I hope that helped a little bit with the, I think you were the one who asked about the eighths, right? Okay, hold on. Okay, Virginia, I'll get to you. Hold on. Okay, boom. Okay. Okay, KG3. You still got, okay. Okay, so trust me, capital markets is everything. Did you read the book and were you passing your exams? You know what I'm saying? So maybe here's the thing, reread the book again. And look, and if you don't have it, try Achievable. I'm not pushing them. Go through your own link. Don't even go through mine. I'm telling you, they're solid. They're really good. They're really solid and they're going to help you a lot. Okay. You can buy them. I think you can buy them on Kaplan or STC. I don't know if you can buy the green light on STC, but you can buy supplemental exams. Yeah. I was talking to them. They're thinking about creating one, but they're not there yet. But yeah, you could go at Kaplan. You can buy their masteries, but what you can just buy their QBank. It might be better. STC doesn't sell green lights on their own, but they will sell 4 supplemental exams. Okay, don't worry about it. You only missed it by a few questions. Go back and reread the book. You'll be amazed at how much stuff you pick up from reading it again. Let me go from there, and you're gonna nail it from there. Okay. One second. didn't want to do that. Stay there, guys. Just hang out with me. Give me a sec. Okay. Now we're back. Okay. Yeah, and here, don't sweat it too much. Okay. I also do a thing on bond quotes. I have a bond quote video. I know that for sure. I do. I'm almost positive I have a bond quote. And guys, everyone, I'll get you your things. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I have a here and here. I'm going to put this in here. This will help. I think that's your reaction. This one's a good for bond quotes. And I promise to get to everyone's questions. We're working on them. Okay. That's for bond quotes. Okay. That'll help you with the bond quotes. Okay. Okay, that's fine. If you know that, you're good. Okay. Okay, we got that. Jane giving me the hard ass questions. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, once you fail, go back through the textbook. You'll see so many things that you miss. You're like, oh my God, I saw that. Again, don't sweat this too much. Don't worry. I'm okay. What test, John? What test you taking? Yeah, I'm telling you, in here, 100% right, KG. Reread. You should reread the whole thing. Okay. We're there already. Okay. Now, so private, remember, this is a big thing. Everyone asks this question. What's the difference between Reg D and private placements? Okay, so we have Reg D, which is a federal thing. They talk about you can have as many accredited investors as you want, but only up to one of them up to 35 non-accredited. So Reg D on the federal level is the difference between accredited and non-accredited. Okay. Yeah, Jason, past perfect is ridiculously hard. Ridiculous. Oh, John, go get Achievable. John Brown, go get Achievable then. I'm telling you, they're better than anyone else. Boom. And they'll teach that shit. And I have a link. If not, go on your own and get it. Now, private. So Reg D is the difference between accredited and non-accredited individuals. On the state level, okay? On the state level, it's called a private placement or limited offering, where you're giving it to as many institutions as you want versus retail. Remember, Reg D is accredited versus non-accredited. State private placement is retail versus institutional. That's the big difference. Okay. Oh, and a pre-organization certificate, it's really just what you, before you go public, you list out who you want shares and then you do it. It's the big thing is there's no money changing hands and it can't be more than 10 people. Okay. I agree. I think that, guys, if you're taking the 63, 65, or 66 and you want a good understanding of the broker-dealer IA relationship, go find my 63 cheat sheet. I think it's really good. Okay. Claudia, I agree. I think it is too. I've been, that's how I teach it. So if I could put it on the board and see if it helps people. Okay. I don't know. Facebook user, it could be harder. I think I'm a fan of STC for the most part on their stuff and Achievable. If you want to learn it, then go to Achievable. But if you want hard questions, go get Kaplan. If you want to challenge yourself and you feel you're ready and you want to really challenge yourself, go do Kaplan. They have really freaking hard questions, really hard. Okay. Virginia, you're almost up next. Okay. Well, tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, I mean, go to bed now and just don't do tests. Okay. I have videos on it that'll do a good job. I have 2 or 3 suitability videos in my 24 hours before the 7 class, and I think I have a suitability playlist. Kaplan does a pretty good job, and STC does. I think Achievable does too, but they don't have a dedicated section for it. Yeah, get sleep tonight and tomorrow. Don't do like an 18-hour day. Tomorrow should be just adding knowledge, not a lot of testing. You shouldn't do any test tomorrow. Just add knowledge. Go over some of the videos. Go over the investment risk. Go over my quick and dirty or my 24 hours before, and you'll be fine. Okay. Give yourself a break. First practice test. So what? It's like the wonky pancake. The first one I told you. As I tell everyone in that thing, be nice to yourself. You're not where you're putting 1 month from now Virginia standards on now for standards. Okay. You can't put where you're going to be in a month on your standards now. It just doesn't work that way. You need to be good on yourself now. where you are now. If you're just starting, don't worry about break evens yet. Get everything else done. I have videos on that if you want to join the membership and get the class and do that. But if you really want, I have a whole video on the free side in the options for the SAE. It's called break evens for options. I do a whole 15-minute video and I go through break evens at every single option strategy. It'll how to get them and all that. It'll definitely help. And you get to recognize what's a covered call versus an uncovered call. I go through the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, I near 100% right. I think STC and Achievable does it. I don't know where the section is, but that's good. Okay, so Virginia, don't worry about the first test, please. Like I said, be nice to yourself a little bit. Give yourself a break. You are not where you're gonna be, and you're trying to put yourself on that standard. Like when a kid first walking, they don't expect them to run, right? They walk. It takes a little bit. Okay. So right, Carla, capital losses offset capital. Remember, it's the other way. Capital losses offset capital gains. And you can use up to $3,000 of capital losses to offset ordinary income. Capital losses can offset capital gains. You can use up to $3,000 of capital losses to offset ordinary income, and that's it. Passive losses can only be used to offset passive gains. That's it. Passive losses can only be used to offset passive gains. That's it. Nothing else. Boom. Okay. No, I mean, you're not taking it tomorrow, are you? Try another vendor. Jason, go get Achievable. Go get Kaplan or STCC. You're doing those. Okay. Cindy, how are you? Okay. Yes. Boom. Yeah. It's the 63 cheat sheet and then my 63 and 66 quick and dirty. Okay. Yeah, but remember, so in here, they never quote a bond, a corporate immunity with a decimal. They never do. If you see a decimal dash, it is always a treasury. Yes, 0.04 is an eighth, but they're not doing that because it's 4/32 is an eighth. They're not doing that. It'll either be decimals or if it's a fraction, it's a corporate immunity. If it's a decimal, it is always a treasury. Yes, you can convert, but that's not how they're quoted. Okay, let's go. Emily, on the death thing. Yeah, so yeah, that's not you don't confuse the two different things. Variable life insurance, yes. If you die, variable life insurance, the people get the money tax-free. They do. But that's not a variable annuity. It's a different thing. If it's a variable annuity, they pay tax. If you die before you annuitize, they get the whole thing, but they pay taxes on what's above the cost basis. Remember, words matter. Life insurance, everyone gets the money tax-free. An annuity, they pay taxes on the growth. And remember, annuities are the one thing that does not step up cost basis on death. Okay. Boom. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Okay. Right. So, right. Okay. Emily, right. Okay, good. So if it's a gift, you pay taxes on what. So if I give you a gift, you pay my original cost basis. And it's long or short depending on when I owned it. If I die and you inherit it, then it's automatically long term and it's based on when I died or within 6 months of when I died. But it is based on when I died. Good. Okay. It's not refunding a call. It's refunding a bond. It's called refunding. Refunding is literally, I issue a bond at 10%, rates drop to 4%. I'm the issuer. I buy back the bonds. I refund or call the bonds back. So if it's not callable, let's say there's a call price, right? Say it's called at 104. Okay. Say it's called at 104. I will pay you 104 per bond. So I would remember only premium bonds get refunded or called. Discount bonds don't, because a discount bond means the rates going up. So if I have a 5% bond and rates go to 7, I'm very happy that I'm only paying 5. I'm the issuer. But if I have a 5% bond and rates go to 2, I'd rather pay 2. So I'll call the bond, get rid of the 5, and issue a new one at 2. Or I'll issue a new one at 2 and call the one at 5. It's like when you have credit cards and you go, oh, I have an 18% rate, but I found a 4% rate. You'll put all your money, you'll pay off the balance with the 4%. So you're only paying 4 versus 8, like refinancing a mortgage. Okay. That's refunding. Hope that helps a little bit. And if you need pre-refunding, I definitely did a video on that in the last month or two. So I don't know if you said that, but yes. Tammy, I hope you're off here, but if not, you don't know how happy I am for you. Okay. Okay. Oh, there you go. That's what Tammy's seeing, stuff like that. That's awesome. Okay, right. So muni interest is tax-free, absolutely, on the federal level, most likely on the state level. Okay, most likely on the state level. There's not a guarantee, because if you buy it in a different state, you might pay state taxes. Capital gains is always taxable. Let's say it together. Capital gains is always taxable. So if you have a mutual fund, it's taxable. Everything about a mutual fund is taxable. If you have a muni bond, the interest is tax-free, but if you sell it for more than you bought it for, or more than your cost basis, then that's taxable on all levels. Okay. You should study, but not crazy. I mean, JJ, don't go crazy all day. Just add knowledge. Don't take a lot of tests tomorrow. And if anyone doesn't know about crime, that's covenants. So that if you have a revenue bond, there are covenants or promises. So remember crime, CRIME. C for covenants. R is a rate covenant, the fact that we charge a high enough rate. I, insurance, that we have insurance on the project. So if it blows up, we still can pay the bondholders. M, maintenance, that we're going to take care of it. Boom. And then E is engineering, that it actually can be built. Darian Carrington, my favorite last name because it's my daughter's first. Boom, that's awesome. Nah, Darren, you give me too much credit. I'm telling you right now, you did a lot of work on this stuff. Okay. But yeah, Dylan, the 63 quick cheat sheet and the 63 and 66 quick and dirty. Go look in the there you go. If anyone has questions on the 7 and the 66, jump on here, plug it in there, and I'll stay on so you can answer questions. But Darian, that's awesome. A way to give back. I love it. So Dylan, just find my 66 playlists. They're all in there. Okay. Darian, that's awesome. You're done. You get to enjoy the whole month of August. How great is that? Okay. Okay. Got John. Again, I'm so happy for you. Tammy gave some good advice here. Boom. Boom. Tammy is the best. She's awesome. And I agree. I think the crunch time facts, I'm telling you, if you have STC, the crunch time facts, if you have Kaplan, it's the tips. And I think if it's not, you have the key topics. Those are like stuff people might have seen on the exam. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Tammy, I hope you do. I really hope you do if you're still here. Okay. STC and Kaplan are the best for the 60th. Okay. And yes, cover to cover, even though you did it already, KG, it will help. Now that you took the exam, it'll help. Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to get market's been up. I mean, what they say, it's the longest positive streak since 1897. I don't know if the market ended up today, but they said the longest streak since 1897, not 1997, 1897. It's crazy. Again, Oscar, I'm so happy for you. Hardly. I just have nothing else going on in my life. Okay. Okay, so cash settlement. So it's not just bonds, William, it's everything. Okay. So boom, that's awesome. You should well, it's the membership. Remember, it's the serious study group one to get in on that. So there's 3 types. There's sorry, regularized settlement is T+2, which means you buy something on Monday and it settles 2 days later. You buy it on Monday, it settles on Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's literally everything: stocks, bonds, preferreds, all that stuff. You can do T+1. Okay. You can do T+1, which is next day settlement, or you can do cash settlement, which is just you settling the same day. That's all. Cash settlement is a type of settlement. Nothing trade. Remember, there's no security that automatically is cash settlement. You have to choose cash settlement. Okay. And again, the green lights, you can go to STC and do them. You can actually buy just practice exams on Kaplan, but those and masteries, those are hard. Okay. Cindy, they're $185 an hour. So if you go on my website on the bottom, series7exam.org, you can see it. I do half hour, 2 hour, hour and a half, all that. And the good thing is it's a Zoom, I let you record the lesson. I think that works. Achievable doesn't do green lights. I don't think they believe in them because I think their idea is that you have a readiness score. And if you're up there in the readiness score, you should be ready for the exam, not just based on one exam. But yeah, if you want to buy them, Kaplan sells them mastery and practice, but they're hard. They're really hard. Okay. Yeah, Darian, they're talking about that or SPACs or the protecting the old people, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think they said it could be on there, but not really saying it is. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So now you have it, KG, and get on it. So go almost like if you're going to study again, since you are, go through it like you're brand new. That's the best thing. Same day. Look at that in here. Look at that. Same day, 2:30 p.m. What if you do it after 2:30? That's a great. And here, so here's my question for you. If it's a cash transaction and you do it at 2:30, 2:35, when do you have to deliver the cash? Yeah, look, yes. I mean, I want to. Yes, Audra, but yes, the DPPs just you're going to do a quiz on it, but just don't worry about your score. Just do like a 10-question quiz on DPPs, on balance sheets, on margin. Don't worry about rereading it again. You have to do them. You don't want to boom, Dylan. Oh, I see it. There you are. I love it. See you on Sunday. Remember, you look for the link will go out middle of the day Sunday, right around 3:00. And you get the link, the Zoom link, and then you jump on, and then hopefully I post it again the next day. Okay. Yeah, don't kill yourself on those sections, but you have to do it. Okay. I'm telling you, the crunch time facts are pretty good. Boom. Vilma, that's awesome. Hopefully it help. Hopefully it will help. Yeah, so get the I'm telling you, the Chivo is going to help you a ton. And but don't go in there thinking I need 4 points. I need you to go in there, and I don't like 80 banker. I need you to go in there like you're brand new. Just learn. Okay. Jason, you're going to get bad scores. The 50s means you're going to have a tough time on the exam. So maybe what you do is either do my exams on my channel under the practice finals, or go buy the Kaplan Q Bank, or buy the supplementals from STC. See how you do. But the easy way, the cheap way, free way, go to my practice finals playlist. I have 2 or 3 videos where I take finals online. Do what you do is you just go in, you press pause, you answer it yourself, and then you see how I answer it, and we go from there. And then score yourself. If you pass on that, you should be good. Okay. No, it's the day before. Mutual funds, it's the day after, but that's really it's up to the board of directors, board of trustees, board of directors. X date is the day before the record date, the day before. XJ, 3 to 4 weeks, 3 to 4, say, depending on how much you can study. If you can study all day long, 3 to 4 weeks. If you have to study around work, probably 4 to 6. You want to get at least, if you have to work, you want at least 2 hours a day. Big. It goes out on the community tab, Dylan. It'll go out on the community tab. So make sure you have notifications on. Boom. Okay. I agree that Past Perfect does not do suitability well. The other vendors all do it. Okay. Again, so fucking jacked for you, my man. So again, the 60, just do the whole 66 playlist, but for sure, the cheat sheet, the 63 quick and dirty, and the 66 quick and dirty. Okay. Let's see. Boom, there you go. In here, you got it. Okay. Oh, for cash. Yes, got it. Okay, but I don't say it that way. Yes, in a year. Right. So if you see, there you go, 25 days. You can do it. It's 3 to 4 weeks. You're right. In a year, you're right. It's the X day for a cash settlement is the day after record. I agree. But remember, that's not for bonds, that's for stocks, right? Because there's no X day for a bond. Boom. Awesome. Again, 185 an hour, but you can go on my website and check them out. Okay. Oh wow, that's interesting. So yeah, you could do some. For the 65, I tell people to do my economics for my SIE. And yes, the customer accounts helps. Every little bit helps. Okay. Right. So that's the thing. So in the beginning, they say it doesn't happen, but a lot of people go, if they get easy, the 66 is easy in the beginning, hard in the middle, like hard, like, oh my God, hard. And then it gets easy at the end. So if you get into the test and you feel like it's starting to get hard all of a sudden after about 30, 40 questions, this too shall pass. It'll end. I promise you. Okay. Boom. Yeah. Remember, X means nothing, right? X means if you burst it on the actual X day, then you get, if you're on the actual normal X day, which is the day before the record date, yes, you get the dividend, which is awesome. Okay. Guys, that's awesome. Not bad. Only went 2 minutes over, which is not too bad. Okay. Um, listen, great stuff. Go check out Brandon Rith over at Basic Wisdom. You got if you need tutoring, I'm here to help you. Don't forget to check out the Facebook groups. They're going to be okay. Boom. Darian, that's awesome. Listen, I'd love to have you on here helping out. People always love to hear how people pass and what they saw and their take on it. Darian, thanks so much. Go get some sleep, my man. You earned it. You fucking earned it, Darian. You're awesome. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Emily, I agree. I think it gets easy and then hard. I think it goes easy and hard. And Darian, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Guys, everyone, have a good weekend. Don't forget to check out the Facebook group, FINRA Exam Prep with help from Capital Advantage Tutoring and Series 65, 66 Exam Prep. Guys, everyone have a good weekend. I love, again, my favorite 2 nights of the week, Tuesday, Thursday. Have a good weekend. Wash your hands, and y'all have a good night.